now that I'm looking at the final numbers, it doesn't really give me much confidence that I know what I'm doing. Hey guys, and welcome back to Mario's World, the place where education meets fun. As you probably already know from the title of this video, I'm gonna be discussing how much do I spend on a monthly basis living in the UK. I'm an EU citizen, so I think this will be an interesting video for you guys to know if you wanted to start living in the UK or become a student in the UK in general. And just a quick disclaimer, I may be spending a bit more than I should on a couple of things, and I may be spending a bit less on a couple of things that maybe I should be spending more on. But I do have different perspectives of life, and therefore I think I should spend and focus more of my time on certain things that probably other people didn't necessarily feel like it was important. So without further ado, I think it's time for us to kick it off. So the first and main, probably one of my biggest expenses is the rent. That will be £870 per month. I'm currently sharing a one-bed flat apartment. It should be just about 75 square meters with the garden. It's super private, and that's why we're totally fine with spending a bit more than we should on the rent itself. For Guildford, that indeed is a bit higher rent than expected, but it is what it is, as they say. Then we go on to utilities, that's water, electricity, and gas. If you have gas and all that stuff, I don't have gas in the house, so it's mainly water and electricity and the heating. So the electricity is £60, then we have the water another £40, and then we have the Wi-Fi as well, another £15, and that's basically everything splitting up in half just for me. So in total, utilities would be £115 for me. Then we go to grocery shopping. So for example, I'm spending a bit more on this because I think higher quality of food will lead to better physique, and therefore I'll be feeling better, etc, etc. So I don't go and shop at Tesco, which for example a lot of students do. However, I'm shopping at Marks & Spencer, Sainsbury or Waitrose, and mainly I would shop from Waitrose because I have the club membership card. And that on approximate monthly basis is about £500 or so. And that is going once or twice to actually shop. And now we're speaking about memberships, so that includes my sports membership for the Seee Sports Park, and that includes like gym, everything that I want literally, so swimming, table tennis, normal tennis, climbing, everything you can think about, squash. You can go and have it all for £29 per month, but obviously if you're a student. And that will obviously get cancelled because of the lockdown that is now being put into the UK. And because I'm lazy from time to time, or I just have so many things going on throughout the day that I actually am late to most of my sessions because you had to book them previously. And due to that, I had to take a bus or an Uber to go all the way to the sports park from where I'm living, even though it's just 25-30 minutes walking. And that equals to about £50 to £55 per month. Then we're going to entertainment, and that will be Netflix and so on. So I'm having a Netflix subscription which I'm sharing with 4 people, and it's down to £2.5 per month. Then I have Amazon Prime, which I'm sharing with my partner because we live in the same space and just makes sense. It's £4 per month. And then we go to any computer games that I like to spend my money on, let's say Rocket League or TFT, League of Legends, all those sort of stuff, which is £20 per month. And the last thing is for societies, I go and play poker in the university, and that's around £5 to £10 per week. So it will be approximately around £40 per month. And then we go to one of the other biggest expenses, but I call this an investment more of. And that is investing in my future and also in my portfolio. I make passive investments on a monthly basis, and approximately they range from 500 to 1,000, and these are just money I don't want to think about, and I want to put them on the side so that I don't have to think about them and only think about the long term. And most of my investments go into stuff such as new pre-IPO companies, meaning from private equity companies, and or companies that provide you with dividends, meaning on monthly or quarterly or yearly basis, I'm gonna receive money based on the amount of shares that I have invested in a company. And I'm gonna make a totally separate video on what a dividend is if you guys interested are. So make sure you smash the like button and you subscribe so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. And just to summarize on the passive investments, probably 60% of my investments are going to privately led companies. Another 20% is going towards public companies that provide me with dividends. And then another 20 to 30% is actually going to something which I call dividend reinvestments, meaning that when I get my dividends, I just reinvest them back, and that also accumulates to the total expense as I previously mentioned. Some of the platforms that I use to be able to do those kind of stuff is, for example, ABKR or Trading 212 or BD Swiss. I'll definitely give you some links down below so that you'll be able to check them out. Make sure you go and check them out. And then we go to the YouTube video creation. So I do spend some time over the video creating the content, etc. However, as I mentioned previously, there's video editors now doing the videos. Such as, for example, in this video, there's gonna be someone who's gonna work behind the scenes and who's gonna work for me or with me, as we may say so, to be able to bring you guys the best content ever. And that is equaling to, mention it, to approximately £100 per month, but varies depending on how many videos I want to put out there, how long are they, etc, etc. It's kind of on ad hoc basis, so I'm expecting about £100 per month. And then we go to some extravagant eating. So for example, most students don't really care whether they eat at home or eat in a restaurant, as long as they eat at the end of the day. But now for me, comfort and personal satisfaction is much higher. And now that I have a girlfriend, I have to keep a certain standard, as they say. So I'm going 2-3 times per month to a restaurant to have a really nice meal, and basically I end up around £150 spending on the meal, whether that's only for myself or I sometimes pay for my partner as well. And something else which I've seen some other people mentioning but not everybody do, and this is shout out to Graham. So if you have watched Graham Stefan, make sure you comment down below that you want to see Graham reacting on this video on his YouTube channel. But basically, people do go on trips throughout the year. However, they don't really put the expense of their trips on a monthly basis, and that is something that, for example, Graham has mentioned himself multiple times. Make sure that you put your expenses on a monthly basis so that you can overall see the bigger picture and have less depreciation and etc. on the taxes. So the whole idea I'm saying about this, I'm going 2 to 3 times on considerably big holidays, which are costing me approximately per year anywhere from 3 to even 10 sometimes £1,000 per year. And when you equal that per month, it would be approximately 420 up to £1,000 per month when you think about it that way. That will be it basically for today's video. If there's anything else that I've forgotten and I just realized after the video, it's gonna be down in the comments, either a pinned comment or it's gonna be in the description of the video. Make sure you give me a comment down below. What do you guys think is reasonable? What is not reasonable? What are you guys spending most money on? And how do you think maybe I should diversify more my expenses? Maybe I should spend more on something else that I shouldn't have spent because I didn't realize so. But either way, it's been a huge pleasure for me to share this information with you guys. So make sure you give it a thumbs up if you're enjoying it. The overall total expense, just want to mention that out before I finish, is varying from 2.5k per month all the way to 3.2k per month. So it really varies, but it is at the end of the day what it is, and I think it's totally fine to say that I'm splurging a little on a few things that maybe I shouldn't, or I'm investing more into my future. And you may think that, let's say, £500 to £1,000 investment per month is a big deal, but let me tell you, that amount will be something that I'll be gaining on a monthly basis after a few years down the line when I've already invested this amount of money. And I'm sure that the returns are going to be bigger than the one I'm investing in now. Either way, I wouldn't be doing it. So thank you all guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure you stay tuned for the next video, and make sure you leave a comment down below on what you guys want to see next. Saying all of that, up to the next one. See ya!